does a community move forward from centuries of mistreatment? Part of the solution for the Yurok tribe is a brand new justice system, all focused on healing and tradition.
They helped me change my life in so many ways.
His name is Lawrence Orcutt.
Well, I used to be, to say it bluntly, a criminal.
With a long rap sheet that includes drugs, domestic violence, and DUIs. So when Orcutt got arrested again, he was on the cusp of losing everything. Then he got a dose of tribal justice.
They fought for me. And if they didn't, I would have ended up in prison again.
Okay, we'll hear the case again in 2 weeks.
Welcome to the Yurok Wellness Court.
I'm glad that you guys, were able to get her into treatment.
The court uses a holistic approach that draws upon Yurok teachings, activities, and rituals. The goal? To provide a path to mental, physical, and spiritual healing.
Did you connect to that in that way when you were here in this wellness court?
There is a lot more traditional aspects to it. It's not, we're gonna get you in trouble or put you in jail if you mess up. It's more like, let me help you. And that's huge to me.
The program was created by this woman, Yurok Tribal Chief Judge Abby Abenanti. As to why a different approach was needed?
I don't think humans respond well to punishment and consequencing. I think they respond well to our approach.
Judge Abby is highly qualified to know. Born in San Francisco, she grew up in Humboldt County. Female tribal leaders insisted she become an attorney.
That's the first lesson. You cannot win an argument with 3 old Indian ladies. So I went to law school.
Abenanti became California's first Native American female lawyer. She spent 20 years as a commissioner for the San Francisco Superior Court. When she returned home, she saw a community overburdened with domestic violence, substance abuse, and mental illness.
So all that behavior came from somewhere. And once you understand that, then you have a fighting chance of getting on the other side of it.
That means recognizing real harm was done by Indian boarding schools, indentured servitude, and massacres, and that these traumas are passed down as destructive behavior within families. The question?
How do you want to stop this? Do you want your children to do this? Or do you want to stop it with you?
Many believe this history plays a role in the crisis of the murdered and missing indigenous women.
I think that people who don't interact with tribal sovereign nations and tribal governments frequently don't really understand how they're treated differently under the law.
Rosemary Deck is prosecutor for the Yurok tribe. Her office recently hired an investigator who will only focus on cases involving these women. The U.S. Marshals are now also involved. The unseen are finally becoming less invisible.
I think that they're starting to pay attention, and it's too late. But it's better late than never.
As for Lawrence,
I like being a dad.
he now owns his own construction company, has plenty of work, and is closer to his family.
It's the judge.
Sure, how are you?
Our day ended with a chance encounter.
Thank you.
With the judge who oversaw his case. Building a bridge from the past to the future, with a little help from tribal healing.
Now, many of the children whose mothers are missing or murdered end up in the foster care system. And now Judge Abby Abenanti is also working to protect them from being abused or going missing themselves.
In California and in many states, for instance, if a foster child does not come home at night, nobody is notified. There's no alert system. So you're just lost. And a lot of trafficked children come out of the foster care system because it's fairly easy to do that. So we're working on trying to address those issues with the state legislature.
And that legislation calls for more oversight from the courts and an alert system that would keep tabs on foster kids who don't return home. The faces of these missing women motivated us to tell their stories. And as we wrap up, we want to thank the members of the Yurok tribe for welcoming us into their homes. We'll have more on this unseen crisis on our website, kpix.com. Thank you for joining us.